Howdy folks, I'm here in Varanasi, India on the Ganges River. This here is a depiction of the Hindu goddess Ganga. Ganga is the Hindu, the Indian word for the Ganges River, which is right there behind me. I'm just walking up the ghats, as they're called. The ghats are these stone steps here that go down to the river. It's a term that's used all over India for the steps that would go down to any water source. It could be just a water tank or something, but it's the place where Indians are doing their laundry, bathing in the river. A lot going on here. Lots of cricket games going on. I've been walking for quite a ways. I'm going to walk over here and give a view of the Ganges River and the city of Varanasi stretching off in the distance both ways. As you can see, lots of laundry being washed here. A bridge over the Ganges. And so that is the city of Varanasi, the holy city of Varanasi. It's the holiest city in India. And I've been walking along these ghats for, 45 minutes or so. I walked all the way up to almost to that bridge and then watched the cricket game for a while and then turned around and I'm walking back. And it was a man that told me that was the Hindu goddess Ganga when I was walking up this way earlier. I wasn't quite sure. Here's the god Shiva. With the trident in the Himalaya mountains there, that's Shiva's favorite hangout spot, and a Shiva lingam on the lower left there, which is a depiction of masculine and feminine, and the cow on the bottom right there is the vehicle of Shiva. So Shiva rides a bull. Its name is Nandi. And this is the reason that cows are sacred in India, because Shiva is the favorite god of India, and Shiva rides a cow. So there you go. So I'm just going to keep walking here, and I thought that I would talk a little bit about the concept of traveling as a spiritual path. And this is a pretty good example of it right here, just the sort of strangeness and intensity of experiences that you get in a foreign country, especially somewhere as foreign as India, and how it really pushes you and expands your mind and your understanding of just being human on Earth and the various different types of cultures that can be so much different from our own. Head up here. So when I was in high school, then I went through a drug phase for a while. When I was 15, then I started smoking pot and doing mushrooms and LSD and stuff. And after about a year and a half, I decided that I wanted to sort of get off of the high and get a little more centered and grounded. And I was friends with this guy. I don't remember his name. We weren't friends for a long time, I think just because I changed schools, but really cool guy. He was like a metalhead. He was big into Metallica, Megadeth and stuff. And we ended up going to AA meetings together. And I think some other kinds of meetings, maybe NA meetings as well. And one of the principles, one of the sort of founding concepts of the meetings was to pick your god. And the idea was to choose something that you considered sacred or holy, or sort of above, just something to revere and to kind of put your conscious intention into. And it could be anything. It could be an activity, it could be something, some person, whatever. Just to pick one thing and make it kind of your spiritual focus. And so, pretty sure that we picked skateboarding, because we were into skateboarding. But the point is that anything can be a spiritual path or at least be an integral aspect of your spiritual path, simply by the intention of your mind and your spirit and your heart of just putting a concerted focus, namaste, into it and kind of imbuing it with a spiritual quality or element. So traveling for me since then has certainly become, to a great extent, a very integral aspect of my own spiritual path of growth and learning and expanding my mind and consciousness. And it's really about intention and simply having the intention to learn from your experiences. And traveling is really, and here we go, here's a great example of it, is really a way to fall into some circumstances and experiences that really push you. I'm going to walk up here. There's some kind of a little ceremony going on. Oh, and here we have a monkey. Hello, monkey. Some more monkeys over here. So I've been traveling for on and off for 24 years now, since May 1st of 1990. Namaste. Not constantly, obviously, but this is, I think, my 7th or 8th extended trip abroad in the course of the past 24 years. And I think I've spent something like 3 years altogether traveling abroad. And it has certainly been a very crucial aspect of my... There's so much going on here. Pardon the distractions. It's been such an important part of my own personal path of growth and learning and understanding. Simply through, again, same as if you pick skateboarding or anything else. Namaste! Hello! Simply through putting that conscious intention into it, whatever it is that you choose. It could be baseball, if you play baseball, or writing, or yoga, obviously. Simply through imbuing whatever you're doing, whatever you're focusing on, with a spiritual intention of learning and growth, and seeing how you can make use of that practice. Another example, kite flying. Not seeing any here, but further back there was a lot of kite flying going on, young boys flying their kites. And I was thinking this is a good example of mastery, the concept of mastery versus control. Control is a matter of suppression or repression of something's potential. You don't want something to get out of control because of possible unpleasant consequences. Whereas mastery is a matter of harnessing, utilizing the power, the potential of something to your advantage. So when it comes to kite flying, there's no such thing as controlling the wind. You're not going to control the wind. You can, however, learn to master the kite as it's flying through the wind, and in the process you gain a skill and you gain an understanding of the world and physics and the extreme subtleties of how a kite catches the wind and moves and changes. And so you come into a certain degree of self-mastery in the process of that mastering of a a art or a skill. Hello, namaste. Hi. And so travel can be something along those lines as well, of learning how to deal with weird, unexpected situations and learn and grow from them. Hello. And gain new skills of relating with people and how to get the cheapest prices and where to go and what to avoid and how to get the most out of your journey. So for me, that has been one aspect of my spiritual path of growth, is that of traveling to strange and bizarre places around the world and seeing the various circumstances that come up in the course of the journey. So there you go, a little taste of India while I'm walking along here. Just gonna keep on walking. I got a ways still to go to get back to my guest house.